Classic Car Holidays, and I'm joined here today by Ivan Iliev, or Ivansky, as he's known within the Trabant community within Bulgaria. Ivansky earns his crust by fixing Trabants, by being a Trabant mechanic. So he's kindly agreed today to talk to us a little bit about rust and corrosion on a Trabant, what is commonly found and what to do about it. I'm going to hand straight over to Ivan for his appraisal of what one should look for in terms of rust and corrosion with a Trabant. Ivan, take it away.
Hello, Neil. Hello, everybody. Today we're going to talk about rust issues on the Trabant cars and corrosion, how to fix it, what the common problems are. And I'll try to easily and as fast as I could talk about this topic. As we can see from the sketch from the parts catalog, the body of the Trabant is made through a couple of different components, and the main rust issues occur in them. These are the parts that I actually produce because apart from fixing Trabants, I also make parts. The Trabants mainly rust from, as any other classic car, from water ingress. When you get water in a cavity which is not protected, such as a rocker panel, you have rust in it. And when we add up 30 or 40 years of use and abuse, things can get very, very ugly. Here we have a roof which is rusted through. And what happens is these panels on the body are glued on the body in the factory. And every single panel is glued on with a glue which over time hardens and cracks. This is the main problem with this car, when the body glue cracks and it lets water in. And this is the biggest problem with the roof, which can occur. And when the roof leaks, this moisture and water goes directly on the floor, on this floor system. But I also always start the body repairs with the roof, because this is the main part where water comes in. And when it comes in, we can see that it goes straight down through the whole body on the bottom in the rocker panels. And these rocker panels are the first part of the body which goes away. It's eaten through. And as we can see here, this particular vehicle, this is the rocker panel which was already replaced by the previous owner. This is a second time where the rocker panel is eaten through. And these cavities, these rocker panels are rusted through because first reason is water ingress, and the second reason is lack of cavity protection. And this is a very big topic. Here we have a vehicle which is rusted throughout on the left rear corner, around the wheel wells as well. And after a month of work, we can see the end product and end result with new undercoating, new rocker panels. This underseal which I apply is basically liquid rubber. We can call it that. This is exactly what the factory did. But in my case, in my recipe throughout the years, when I applied this underseal, I go over it with acrylic enamel paint, which makes it this glossy, effect, because I've come to the conclusion when the underseal is glossy, when water and dirt gets into it, it easily slides off.
And can I ask, those component parts that you fabricate?
Yes.
Does another Trabant owner need to fabricate those himself, or buy one from you, or buy one from somebody else? Or how would another person that doesn't know you or doesn't live in Bulgaria find those components?
These parts are also available in Germany. You can buy these original but they're very scarce around here. And this is an alternative that I came up with. But when the front cross member of the body rusts through, it holds the frame, which is holding the gearbox and the engine and suspension and all that lot. And this is the biggest Trabant problem when it comes to rust. You have to remove everything from this vehicle, and you have to replace this front cross member. And as we can see on the other photograph of the same place, I've already cut a big hole in it so that I can access damage and see what I can do about this vehicle. And it turned out that everything had to be replaced. You can see that I've replaced the rocker panels, the front cross member. It had on the shock towers rust as well. It basically cars made, Trabants made from 1988 onwards have less corrosive protection than cars made previously, because you need to keep in mind that these years the Eastern Germany was coming to its end, and mainly the work wasn't done that much properly, if I'm honest. On the following imagery, we can see that I've added, these are new support beams coming from the middle of the floor to the front. And these new support beams are not original or not originally placed in the car, but this is something which Trabant rally drivers did to their vehicles, and I do every vehicle that has ever come to me. This is something like my maker's mark on these cars. I always weld these new support beams on them because I've come to the conclusion that what the factory did wasn't good enough. As you can see in the following cases, you have cracks because this front cross member actually pivots up and down, and you can feel this when you drive the car. The steering wheel is coming a little towards you when you go over a bump or something like this, and this results in cracking in a couple of different places. The first one is close to the front wheel. I've actually photographed this one, and the second one is on the one of these support beams, which the factory does. In this weld, where they welded in the factory the front cross member to the support beam in the middle, is always cracked. I've never seen a vehicle that has no crack there. And what I do to stop this is just to fix a couple of more support beams, which are basically the original part lengthened with about 20 centimeters, cut and shaped and welded in order to stop this, I would call it factory defect. And on the next picture, we can see that this is a vehicle which has the support beams, has been undersealed, and is covered with this glossy enamel paint in order to make it last even longer. And on the final picture, we can see a blue floor with a screw and all around it. What I've come to the conclusion is that yes, you can protect the cavities, of course, after the car is welded, painted, glued together. This is when you do this this thing. You can protect the cavities. There are lots of modern cavity protection materials, waxes, and what have you. But the most effective way that I've seen, and it's very old school and it's very dirty, is using used motor oil, which I don't fill the cavities with it, but I spray it in. And I spray it with a special gun, which is sold for cavity wax and these modern materials.
And that's what we can see in the picture here.
Yes, yes. What you can see in the picture is I filled the rocker panels with used engine oil, and it has this special quality when it can come out of everywhere. And this is it coming out from the through the floor, through the cavity, through the screw and upwards, which is weird, you know, because it's a liquid. It's not supposed to do that. And this is basically the reason I use it's used motor oil, not brand new, because it has different specifications and different qualities. Also, during the production years in Eastern Germany, they had a special product which was called Elascom, which was specially designed for cavity protection. And I've seen it also in action. A friend of mine bought a deluxe version in Bulgaria, which was imported after the 90s or somewhere around that. It had its cavities protected with Elascon. I can also say nice words about it, but I'm not entirely sure that Elascon is produced today, and I'm not entirely sure what its capabilities in rust protections are. Basically, it all comes down when the car is unglued from its original glue, which was laid down 30 years ago. It hardens, it creates cracks, water gets in, and when you have a cavity without drainage holes or without protection, you have a very, very nasty results.
And for those people that do want to come to you, remind me, it's GDR Parts.
It's called our website. It's basically a page on Facebook. It's called the GDR Auto.
GDR. Okay. So, Ivan, I have a feeling that we're going to be speaking to you again about some more Trabi repair, Trabi maintenance subjects in the future. So I think the people who watch these videos are going to get used to seeing your face. For now, for today, thank you so much for talking through rust and corrosion. For anyone that's watched this video and enjoyed it, then please do like, subscribe, and we'll try and come back to you with another Trabi topic in the very near future. Thanks for now. Cheers.
Cheers.